digital and the incubation of advanced technological knowledge at Zed Tech, every facet of modern media is meticulously curated to engage and inspire. Also, let's not forget the New Finder newspaper, now under the Zed Multimedia umbrella, delivering insightful journalism with a business focus. Join us on the journey where innovation meets inspiration, where lifestyle meets leisure, and where business thrives. Change is here. Zed Multimedia, your lifestyle, leisure, and business platform.
It's your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Zed Wellness Link. My name is Dr. Padiaiti, I'm your host, and today we have the lovely subject of the human breast and the challenges thereof. This month is Breast Cancer Month, and we are doing our best to create awareness everywhere, across the land, across the nation, oceans, rivers, and streams. Today we have two wonderful people in our premises. They are come to educate us on what we can do essentially to A, avoid if possible, but B, most importantly, detect it very early so that it can be dealt with. In the studio we have Dr. Nina Ashong, who is a family physician.
Yes.
Dr. Ashong, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Louisa Graham, who is a public health nurse. Louisa, you are welcome.
Thank you.
I like her middle name, I won't tell you. Thank you very much for coming and spending time with us today. Breast cancer. There's a reason why we are focusing so much attention. It's one of the commonest cancers that occur in women. In fact, essentially, when it comes to women, it's either breast or cervical. Yeah. Everything else follows very, very, very far behind. And breast cancer, like most other cancers, if you detect it early, it the treatment is more minimal and the likelihood of cure is high. Yes, correct?
Very true.
Okay. So, what are the signs that's like the early signs and symptoms that a client may discover that should make them see that there's something wrong and so they should come to hospital?
Okay, so the early signs of breast cancer. I don't know if you've had other lectures before this. So
yes,
maybe okay, so just move straight. Okay, so yes, the early signs of breast cancer includes finding a lump in the breast. That's like a lump in the breast.
That's like the commonest thing.
That's the commonest thing. About 85 to 95% of people will come with a lump in the breast. And this lump could either be in the breast or even in the armpit. Yes.
Yeah, we shouldn't forget the armpit.
Not at all, because the breast extends all the way to the axilla, what we call the armpit. Yes, so a lump in the breast or the axilla. Another sign you'll see is if there are any changes of the overlying skin. So be it the fact that there's some dimpling, there's an ulceration on the skin, there is what we call the peau d'orange, any changes at all on the skin.
Please describe what we call peau d'orange.
So you know, like when you get an orange,
yes,
how the orange looks, and it has these little dots all
holes,
over, holes, very hard skin, tough skin. So that's how the skin of the breast
looks. So if
the
whole breast is looking normal, and the particular portion of it looks like the peel of an orange.
Yes, please.
The skin of an orange.
Yes, that's very suspicious. So you should take that seriously. And then it's not always that you see a lump. So if you examine your breast quite often, if there's a change at all in the consistency, be it it's becoming firmer, it's becoming bigger, the whole breast is bigger, one breast is bigger than the other, that's a sign. And then also if there's a nipple discharge, usually a bloody discharge should lets you suspect breast cancer. We all expect to see breast milk from the breast, but once you start seeing other discharges, you see blood.
Any fluid other than white? Anything
other than the white, clear fluid, if it's greenish, whatever at all, just report immediately. That's an early sign. And then the nipple is usually outward. But if you notice that now the nipple is inward or it's flat, then you know that there's something going on. But most importantly is for you to know your breast. Once you know your breast and there's anything out of the normal, from what you know, pain, lump, discharge, thickening of the skin, ulceration, then you know that most likely there's breast cancer. You need to see a health professional.
Is it frightening when they come with a lump?
It's not frightening for us, the clinician.
No, for the client. Do they come scared?
Yes, they're usually scared because nobody wants to be told they have cancer. Because unfortunately in Ghana, whenever there's cancer, it seems like the prognosis, the outcome is not good. They always end up dying. And so people are scared. They don't want to hear cancer. They'll stay at home for as long as they can before they come. And what they
How does that make sense?
Exactly. That doesn't make sense at all, because the longer you stay at home, then that is when the outcome is going to be worse off. So immediately you see anything out of the ordinary, anything unusual, you're better off reporting early. Early reporting means that a lot more can be done for you and you're more likely to get cured.
At what age should a woman start examining her breast?
You should examine your breast immediately you start having your flow, menstruation.
Menstruation.
Yes, immediately you start having that, you should examine it, because even if you go through literature and things, you realize that even children as young as 8 is rare, but have been diagnosed of having breast cancer. So once you're female, you can get breast cancer. So I think that ideally, at least once you start menstruating, because during that time, that's when you have the surge of the estrogen and all that, then we know that you should examine immediately after your menstruation.
So we've been talking to people about menstrual health. Are we also talking to them about breast health?
Yes, we do.
Teenagers?
We do. Yes, we do.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. So for health promotion, we don't have limits. We don't set limits. So we set our objectives for the year. We give the topics out, and then we negotiate with the head teachers and we flow with it. So we do. We do breast health. We do vaginal health and all that.
Okay, so there's a question now. This is out of subject. Do you talk to them about reproductive health?
Yes, we do.
What do you tell them?
So for reproductive health, what we do is about the menstrual cycle, STDs, STIs, and then sexual exposure, sex health, and including cancers, because multiple sexual partners, we all include that, and HIV/AIDS, because it's very real. Yes. And we have children. Let me say, they are not yet 18, but they come in their right sense of mind, and they even opt for family planning services, and we do it for them.
Yes. Okay.
Without parent consent, because the child is in the right
That depends on
mind.
what our requirements are. If our requirements don't require parental consent,
you can do it
it's
for
okay.
the child. Yeah.
If I'm okay with it as long as we are satisfying whatever our legal requirements are. Here's my question, and the reason why I asked that about that was you didn't mention something because you're not talking to them about the best time to have children and how to protect their fertility
and even their goals in life.
Yes. Are we talking about those things?
Yes.
Are you sure?
We do.
I don't think so.
We do.
Because I speak to the older ones and they don't seem to know.
We do. So for school health services, we bring these things. So career goals. What do you see? What do you want to do in the future? Where do you see yourself? And
Do you tell them to have children early?
No. So
Why not?
So the thing is, you ask the child what she wants to be, and they will tell you, maybe I want to go to the uni and go to the med school. So for that time, for this year, let's say you are 9. If you are planning to have children, how will you go to the uni and then continue to all the school?
No, do you tell them to have? You see, that is the gap. There's a gap, and the Fertility Society of Ghana just finished our meeting, our AGM. Our biggest problem, this topic this year was about reproductive health awareness, fertility awareness, ensuring that you can, have children at the right time, have the right number of children when you want to have the children. And one of our biggest challenges has been because the people don't seem to know that there's a best time to have children. And if you intend to have children, plan for it. And one of the people that we would like to be talking to are you people, to try and let you people understand that when you are communicating to them, you have that opportunity. At 9, that might not be the best discussion. But once you are moving to the secondary school areas, if you have to do anything on any talks in that area, we should be talking more about reproductive health and making right reproductive choices.
Yes.
Let them not assume, like the women assume today, they can have a child at any age. And because they've seen one woman who had it at 48, they think all of them have that anointing.
No.
You don't all have that. You're not serious. And that has been one of our biggest problems. And everybody assumes that they're 48 and their fertility is like somebody who's 18. And when you tell her she has no eggs, then she's in utter shock. And I know this is a digression, but I beg you, we need to have that conversation so that young people know that if you want to have children, this is your window. Do your best at that time. But when that window passes, nobody's forcing you. And there are challenges. Don't be surprised. Recognize the fact that, yes, I paid the price, but I wanted to do something else at that time. It's okay. It's not by force. But we shouldn't come and say, I wish I had known. And it's a problem. It's a serious problem. Thank you very much, Beth. We'll be back to you on the listening issue. But yes, educating them about about cancers and STI. These topics are very, very important. If they know, it's better than if their peers tell them, because their peer education is not as good as the depth of knowledge is not as broad. But be that as it may. So your patients are afraid.
Oh, yes, most of them are. I mean, once they find a lump in their breast, they are not comfortable at all. And even when they come in and you tell them that we have to take out the lump, take it for histopathology, find out exactly what it is, they go and you don't see them again.
Why?
That is it. I think maybe the impression everybody has is that cancer, when you hear cancer, it's the end of the world. So then they want to do the alternative.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear cancer, it's not the end of the world.
At all. There's a lot of hope.
There's, depending on with the stage, in fact, the earlier you find it, the easier it is to treat. And for a lot of people, it is take out the lump and take out a bit of tissue around the lump, and it's finished. The whole cancer has been removed. Just that we have to get it at that very, very small stage to be able to do that.
Exactly.
But if you delay and you apply all kinds of things to it, and it now gets bigger, broader, wider, then you can't just do lump anymore.
Then you have to go beyond the lump. Sometimes you have to do radiotherapy. Even when they come early, we still do the radiotherapy, the chemotherapy, all the hormonal things. But then when you come in and it's really late, then the success rate is going to be low. When you look at the incidence of breast cancer in developed countries, it's actually even higher than us in the developing countries. But they actually have better cure rates. So you realize that even their fatality is decreasing with time. Whereas for us, we diagnose 50 new cases, about 5,000 new cases. Our deaths per year is going to be about 2,000 plus. That's more than 40% of deaths from breast cancer. And so we need to take this seriously. Early detection, screening, picking it up early, reporting early for the appropriate things to be done.
So we are not doing badly on the detection, are we?
We are not doing badly on the detection. I think what is happening is that even most people feel it themselves and they refuse to report. So I think the detection is not too bad, but definitely we can do more. We can do better.
No, so hold on. So the woman feels the lump. Does not come to hospital.
No.
When does she come to hospital?
They'll wait till it's ulcerated, it's now bleeding, there's all sorts of discharge, there's spread to other places.
When they can't sleep.
When they can't sleep. Even sometimes they come early and then you tell them what to do and you don't find them again.
And then they come back later, or they don't come back again.
Oh, they'll always come back later when it's too late.
When they can't sleep.
Exactly. When they can't sleep.
No, when you ask them, so why have you come today? They'll tell you, I couldn't sleep.
That's true.
That's true.
It's as if the best thing that can happen to you is that whatever disease you have, it makes you not sleep. Now they come to hospital.
Or there's pain.
Or there's pain.
Once there's pain, they'll rush in. But then when everything
Problem
is...
with breast cancer is that it starts painless.
Exactly. So they come in with just a little lump, less than 2 cm, and then they're like, oh, it's nothing, it will go. Then they are praying on it, seeking alternative healthcare. Prayer comes, they are doing everything. Then the lump is getting bigger, bigger, bigger. When the lump is about half the breast, then they're like, no, wait, it's not going. Then they come to us. Then by then it's too late.
And then what they're afraid of will happen.
Will happen.
Hey, as some can say. Is that I don't understand. I don't. We need to talk to some of these people and find. You are the public health person. Do you speak? Why do they do that?
So most of the time they seek for alternatives,
Why?
just like my colleagues. Beliefs, so religious barriers and cultural barriers. Some also have it at the back of their head that no one's supposed to touch my breast, no one's supposed to go in there. So when they seek in all those alternatives and it doesn't work, before they come in, it goes too bad.
So why are they coming in at that time?
When they can't tolerate the pain, when all the options have been exhausted, that's when they come in.
But why are they coming in? It's the reason why you didn't come in at the beginning still applies.
Yes.
So why are you coming in now?
That's a question, the big one. Because you can't force the person. When the person leaves the office, you can't. Sometimes you trace and call, but you can't force the person to come and access the services.
So why are you coming later? What are you coming for now?
So when it's too bad, then when you can't do chemo, you can't do anything, you then manage it as it presents with the pain and all that. Unfortunately,
they chose a path that they thought was better.
Yeah,
They should
but it
continue
doesn't
on that
work.
path.
It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, people do self-examination. As we do health education, we demonstrate, they know. But when it comes to health-seeking behaviors, it's a disparity. Some will come early, majority wouldn't come early. And even if you do follow-up calls, you can't force the person to the
When you do
facility.
follow-up calls, what do they tell you?
No, they'll tell you, I'll come at my own time.
Your own time.
Yeah, they'll tell you. But
We should write those things down. So
Fortunately-
you come on your own time and say, Madam, this is your time.
fortunately, for those who have ideas, the literates, they come in and ask questions and go and come back again. But I get people like the HPV going on now. I had a client who came in a meal, and he was saying some countries are doing the vaccination for the boys. So he's bringing his boys. So you have to direct him to RAGE. Other females are there. Their parents are refusing. So you get the disparity playing in there. You get it. But client choices, you can't do anything about it.
The vaccine, I'm not too worried if somebody says no this year. They can say no. They can say yes next year
Yes.
because we are starting pretty young.
Yes.
There's still room for it.
Yes, and we are enrolling it on our routine vaccine,
Yes.
so no one will be missed.
Yeah. So there's
No one
there's
will be missed.
the opportunity to get it. Keeps coming
Represented.
coming back. But if that's the breast cancer part, I don't get. So these people who have disappeared, do they have relatives who also had breast cancer?
Some, when you probe, you get to know that they have, especially the maternal side,
And they still
the
didn't
risk
come back.
factors. Yes. Some will go to, some will also say, I want this person in my family to give me a consent before I come. Or this person doesn't come with me, I'm
This
not
is
sure.
where I have to say I can't think far.
Unfortunately.
I can't think madness. It's forgive me.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that bombshell, we shall take our first break. And our first song is Defe Defe by Team Eternity. Please stay.
Zed 101.
Padiaite. I'm your host. And today I have two lovely people and we are discussing breast cancer. And they've given me some bombshell information that has made me quite concerned. But we battle on. We soldier on. Now, he said we should start examining the breast at any, once you start having a menses, you should examine the breast.
Yes, you should.
At what age, I understand there's a recommendation for mammograms.
Yes, there is.
What is the recommendation and what age should we start?
Okay, so the recommendation is that from age 40 years, you should get it done depending on the national policy of your country. Unfortunately, Ghana doesn't have one. But from the outside world, they usually do either yearly or every 2 years. You have the mammogram done. If you have a strong family history of the breast cancer, then it's even done earlier as 30 years you can screen. The disadvantage of the mammogram is that it doesn't pick up lumps in dense tissues. And usually when you're younger, your breast is quite dense. So at that stage, you might probably rather do an MRI. But yes, mammogram from age 40 years.
And you should do it
every year or every 2 years. At least every 2 years it should be done.
How strong is the relationship between breast cancer and those who have a family history? In other words, if you've got a family member who has had breast cancer, how concerned should you be? And what should you do about it?
Okay, so you should be very concerned. So the truth is that for up to about 50% of patients that come with breast cancer, there'll be no risk apart from the fact that they are females and then they are aging. But then for about 30% of the people, you realize that there's a family history. So we have this gene we call the BRCA, BRCA1 and 2 gene. And it's a tumor suppressor gene. So usually when the cells are growing abnormally, it tries to control that. But certain people have a mutation in that gene, and so it doesn't do the work it's supposed to do. So they are at risk of getting breast cancer. And you realize that with those people, they usually even get it at a younger age, an earlier age. So yes, there's a strong genetic predisposition to getting breast cancer. But it's not all breast cancer that has to do with having someone in the family with breast cancer too. So once you see a lump, whether you have a family history or not, don't sit on it. Make sure that you report immediately.
Do men get breast cancer?
Oh yes, they do. I mean, they also have breast.
Okay.
It might be small, but it's there.
Okay.
Yes, so maybe literally the fact that their breast is smaller, the incidence rate of breast cancer amongst men is about 0.5 to 1%.
Okay.
But then they still can get it. So everybody should get their breast examined at least once a month. You examine. Once you pick up
the men.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we do have a period to know the time, so
yes, so
anytime.
Anytime. Find a time that's convenient for you.
Should our wives be examining our breasts for us?
Yes, so if you think you can't do it on your own, moral support, they should help you.
Mr. Gantry, have you heard? Okay. I will tell our wives to be examining for us. Do our husbands are supposed to be examining their wife's breast?
If they are going to do a right job, why not? But
Okay.
the important thing is the breast should be examined. How it's examined or who
or
does
who does it doesn't
examination.
matter.
That's not our problem. Once it's examined, then we pick up what we want to pick up. That's what we want.
So what signs should men look for if they are examining their breast?
So the same thing. There's an increase in the size of the breast. There's a lump in the breast. There's a nipple discharge. There's pain in the breast. There's an ulceration. There are any skin changes. Anything unusual, what they haven't noticed before, the breast is firmer than usual, is bulkier. Immediately you notice any of these things, you report immediately.
Okay. We spoke about anxiety, people who are coming to do the examination and they are feeling pretty anxious before they even do the initial assessment. How do you relieve that anxiety?
So we can reassure them. Once we have success stories, you tell them about some of these stories. So I think for my facility, before we start, we actually had a launch of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And during that time, we had one person to give us the experience. A lady came to tell us about how she noticed the breast, and she's been breast cancer-free post-treatment for more than 20 years. Right in the audience, a man gets up and walks to us and tells us that he also noticed the lump. He came in, it was breast cancer, and he's fine. So there are these stories around. We just tell them about...
So we have survivors?
We have a lot of survivors. And so people should know that, yes, there's breast cancer, but if something is done about it, there's a cure for it. So don't be... you are justified to be anxious, but don't let the anxiety stop you from doing what can save you. So we reassure them, we talk to them, and then the care is multidisciplinary. So it's not just the surgeons, not just the oncologists, not just the pathologists. The psychiatrists are around, there's clinical psychologists are around. They are there to counsel you, the public health nurses. Everybody's around to support you whichever way it's needed.
Let's Graham.
Yes.
So how do you educate the community at large about this problem and how we are able to detect it early and the treatment options available?
So for the community, we engage our stakeholders because we can't work without them.
Mm-hmm.
We draw our action plan for the year and then break it down into quarterly. And we set our targets. So we meet them in groups, focus group discussions, where these members form part of the discuss, and then we talk with our clients. So we teach them self-breast examination, just like my colleague said. And then any abnormality, they come forward to report. Some don't want to talk in the midst of the others. So we have community volunteers. They reside in the community. Some find confining them, share information with them, and then we liaise between them and us. So anything that we detect abnormally, we refer. And whatever we do, we share success stories, we share previous achievements, and then for our targets, if it's met, we continue. If not met, we readjust and then implement other policies that will help the community in general. So that's what we do.
Are they responsive?
Yeah, it is.
Do they respond to you when you do?
They do. You get these assemblymen coming in, and then there are little chief people coming in, and it's good. We have good responses. They come forward. Some will come while others are there. Others will wait clinic days. They walk into the facility, assess the services. So what we do is like a mobile clinic. We come in the group, storm the community, implement whatever we are coming to do, go back to the facility, wait on feedback.
Wait for the response. Yeah.
Yes, and then we go back to tell them that we came, we saw A, B, C, D. These are the interventions made, and it has helped. Whatever it is, we sit and then we review whatever happened and implement better interventions.
What are the barriers that prevent women from accessing the screening services? Because this month the screening services everywhere, and one would hope that anybody pass now and say, "Hey, they said let me come and check my breast this month." And most services, people are trying to make it as free as possible. It's like free breast screening, free breast screening. You see signboards everywhere, private hospitals, public hospitals. What prevents them from accessing this service?
These services.
Because it's available now.
If it's available, even when the month passes, some are reluctant to access these services due to financial constraints.
But this month is free.
Yes, others will not come.
But it's free.
Yes.
So you don't have a financial constraint issue.
Some will come, some will not come. Some will come, and even when they come, others too on religious basis, they don't want you to be exposed. Others too.
No, the breast can still be examined under a cloth. We don't have to expose the breast.
Even what we do is, if it's a couple, you can teach the two so that if it's the preference of the lady, the husband or the sex partner can do it for the person. Those ones are also there. Others too are reluctant to show up. They will come at their own time.
When is their own time?
Anytime, apart from the month you prefer, like we are doing free, they will come in later. But whatever it is, like the chief zones and all that, our community nurses are also equipped to also engage our community people. So at least we plan not to miss anyone.
So essentially, everybody has the opportunity
to be screened.
Yes. Especially in this month.
Yes.
Throughout the year, they have the opportunity.
Yes.
But especially in this month, they have. So if you don't get screened, it's because you chose not to.
Yes.
Not because the opportunity was not there. Okay. But do you think the public health campaigns are a good method of advocacy? And
It is. You get people walking in and telling you came to this facility, you spoke about that and that, and I'm coming in to ask more.
Yeah.
Yes, and I remember last week, for instance, a client called. We went to their church, and he calls to ask of the HPV vaccines among the males. So you get people coming in, not in the lamplight, but they walk into the facility, come and share whatever you said and their personal experiences, and then try to prove further. And others are referred, they come back and they are okay. It's really helping. At least they have knowledge of what's happening personally with their health.
Since you mentioned the HPV vaccine, please tell us how HPV testing is done and why it is important.
It's done. We do the pap smear. That's how it's done. So a fluid is taken from the cervix and then checked in the lab for the HPV viruses. That's how it's done. And it's important because as we age, these viruses then build up to cause cervical cancer. And the unfortunate thing is that these, you see, there's a strain of about 200. You can get the cervical cancer, anal cancer, vulvar cancer, including anal warts. So the screening is good to detect any abnormality. So if a client is screened and is negative, the child can take the vaccine, or the adults can take their vaccine. But as we are screening, we are also talking about HIV, because it doesn't prevent HIV/AIDS, and AIDS is real.
So it's if the facility is available near you, HPV, pap smear, anyone take advantage of the testing facility.
Exactly.
If it is there. So, how can we reach what new methods can we apply to try and create more awareness, to get to more people? There are areas that we can see are underserved communities. There are people in some
hard to reach
areas. There are people who are in the middle of town, but they are still hard to reach.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
What other methods can we use to try and communicate to those people, to get them,
So what we do is we do mobile clinics, just like the CHIP zones. So when we move as a team to do the health advocacy. So we educate, we screen, and then we implement the policies, and then we move to another facility. And as we are here too, we are on radio, we are on TV. For Iowa West, God bless, so we have a lot of TV stations supporting us. So we are on radio and we are on TV. And then we equally have groups, so social media groups, WhatsApp groups, where we send information. People call our numbers.
You have TikTok videos.
Unfortunately, I don't do
Oh,
that.
you people.
But it's helping. It's helping. Our WhatsApp group.
Police, I don't wish
We have
you
the
have
ops
TikTok
and
videos.
gynae. We have our ops and gynae personals on board, other pediatricians on board, staff, and other clients who also share their ideas, which is helping. We equally have groups for schools, which include the head teachers and caregivers. And it's helping share information with our pupils and caregivers.
Both of you, tell me some survivor stories. Tell me some stories about your survivors.
For breast cancer,
Yes.
I'll talk about a colleague in school.
Okay.
Hers was detected early. I think we're then in GHS also.
JHS.
Yes.
JHS.
Yes.
J.
GHS.
Not S. J.
So it was detected early. She was picked from school, went through the surgery, everything was successful. She came back. So we had the opportunity to be gathered as colleagues, and she spoke to us about her experience, and she's still alive. She's doing so well. Everything is okay with her. So it's...
Does she have children?
Yes, she has now.
See, people are worried the fact that if they do the treatment, you won't get children.
She has children. Yes, she has children. And as comparing it to others who would stay home, go through the chemo and all the stress at a later stage and don't even make it, the financial constraint, the emotional trauma, and all this come to play. So I encourage that let's be each other's keeper and encourage ourselves when it comes to health matters.
JHS. It was detected at JHS.
Yes. So she found
before you even became a nurse.
Because we just couldn't understand what was happening to her. So when she went and she came back, she told us they took her to the theater, they did that with the breast, and we're all in boarding school. So our house mistress gathered us and she spoke to us about it. And she's okay.
Only you people in your house knew it. Those in the other house, they didn't get the advantage of hearing
it was
the
a boarding school. So it was, to me, it's good. She's okay now. She's living her life to the full.
Because it was detected early.
And she had the support of the family. The mother was there, the father was there to take her through.
Lucky her. She didn't have this thing. Dr. Sean,
Yes, please.
tell me some of your survivor stories.
Yes, so she just mentioned somebody really young.
Okay.
And so I'd also want to mention somebody really old.
Okay.
Who also noticed the lump in her breast. She didn't sit on it. Even when people were trying to discourage her that she's gone past the age where it could possibly be breast cancer, she didn't sit on it. She reported, the necessary things were done, and she's still alive. And anytime she gets the opportunity, she'll tell you about her story, about how she survived. So people are surviving. We shouldn't be stuck in the box and think only 40 to 49-year-olds will get it. The extremes of age are also getting it, and so be on the alert. Examine.
How old was this woman?
She was like 70 when she discovered that she had the lump.
She found the lump at 70.
Yes.
Has had treatment,
And
surgery.
She's fine.
She's doing great, cancer free.
Cancer free, and she's now 82. So she's
And
lived
she's
with
82.
Yes.
Wow. And your friend was about how old?
She was around 14.
14.
Yes.
These are the extremes of life.
The extremes of life where you don't expect that to be going on. So you can get it at any time at all. So let's take this month breast cancer screening awareness seriously. We are trying our best to send the word out there. Let's all get on board, examine ourselves, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your wife, tell your partner, tell your sister, tell a relative to examine their breast. And when you notice anything, don't sit on it. Report immediately to the hospital.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I have another question, a very distinct question, but I'll ask after the break. Our next break is we shall play a song. Title is The Name of Jesus, and it's by Diana Hamilton. Please
Zed 101.9 FM.
101.9 FM. This is the Zed Wellness Link, and we are discussing breast cancer. One of the things that I have observed is that women are reluctant to receive treatments for breast cancer because they think or believe they are going to remove their breasts. Have you encountered that kind of situation? And I'd like to know why. What reasons do they give as to why they are reluctant to receive that treatment?
So we get people, you see the physical looks, the person grew up with the two breasts. And taking off one, aesthetically, the person becomes a little reluctant because of the appearance. And then others too believe that taking it off can progress and lead to death.
Taking what off can progress?
Taking off the breast, let's say one breast affected.
Will make the disease progress?
Yes. To
How?
the other. So they believe that it's on the rib. So you are taking off the flesh off. You are taking the flesh off. So it might progress.
How will it progress?
So they believe
I'm taking off the problem, the cause of the problem, the area of the problem. Yet by taking it off, it will progress.
So they believe that the fact that it's in the breast, there's a portion that has eaten in there.
Okay.
So it depends on how well you counsel the clients for the client to accept it. And then we have people who come in to share their stories. I had the two taken off and I've survived. And also we have options, so the prosthetic options where the client can also wear a bra and fit in the silicone breast and be also comfortable with it. So
that's the cheap option. The expensive option, you're not talking about that one.
The expensive option, not the average Ghanaian could afford.
Well, you see, that is my problem with you people.
Not the
with
average.
you people.
We don't
you,
tell them
you
the
people.
food
You
you
people.
there.
You people. Why do you always
There's
talk
an
about the average
average
Ghanaian?
Ghanaian.
Stop.
Unfortunately, it exists.
No, stop. Offer them everything. Let them choose their level.
Sure.
Offer them everything. Let them choose their level. You don't know who has got an uncle or say somebody somewhere will say, I'll pay for it in full because he knows the value of it. It's like, oh, me to me found Barbara, but I can pay for the thing for it to be done for you. Let us offer it because you will be shocked though. You've seen people who look like they don't have anything. If trouble happens, you see the big people that are going to follow them.
Yeah.
When you offer them that for them to go and bring those big people to pay for it for them, but offer it. Breast reconstruction is available. You can do the surgery, remove the breast tissue, and do a reconstruction for you. The plastic surgeon services are available.
Yes.
Let us offer it for the client now to say, oh, yes, you can have the breast surgery. Yes, they can remove the breast tissue. If you come early, the breast tissue, and that's the point that must be emphasized, if you come early, the skin is not affected.
Yes.
The problem is inside. They will lift up your breast, take away the tissue that is inside, and they can replace it with something else so that your breast will look normal.
Yeah.
And then the other breast that has become like chalote, they will make it Bobby stand as well. Then the two will be Bobby stand double.
You do the construction.
We make so you can use the process to make your two breasts stand. You don't need brazier anymore, which is what women are apparently want to do nowadays. I don't understand why. Because your breast will stand. Can't we offer them that as well?
We can. So you see, majority.
Let them say they can't afford. We should offer them.
You would offer for those who come and leave without coming back. Some are due to financial reasons. So you give them all the options, but you can't impose. You let the person make the choices.
Is the surgery covered by health insurance? No, it's not. What are you doing about it?
We are still.
You the women. You the women. What are you doing about it?
About that.
This is beyond us, but yes, I mean, during the campaign and the awareness time, I think a lot of noise is made. One important thing is that we need to even get a national policy in terms of how we are screening, how we are doing mammograms. We are always relying on information from outside, which is good enough, but we know our data. We know what we are getting, so we need to analyze our own data and make our own informed decision.
Very, very valid point, because the truth of the matter is that we are not the same.
Yeah.
Years ago, I met a lady in University of Michigan, and she was eager to come to Ghana to work with the surgeons in Kolebu and Comfort North. So I facilitated some meetings because she says the protocols are not based on black women. And the findings in black women, some of the things they say this one is benign or slow growing, in black women is very fast growing. So they're trying to get data that was specific to black women in this, so that they can use it to adjust their protocols and their national guidelines. So what they have out there doesn't automatically translate to the way it affects our people. And so that's a very, very valid point. But still, I'm on your case. Offer them the breast reconstruction. If a woman knows that, they won't take off my breast totally, they only take the fat that has the problem inside, and they can put something else inside so that my breast would look good, then the fear of having one breast goes away. You understand? Yeah. Let it become a money issue, but not an option issue. It's available. If you can't afford it, it's a different story. But she thinking about the fact that if all she's thinking about, and follow me on this, if all she's thinking about is that I've lost my breast, so for that reason, I won't do the surgery, because I don't want to go to heaven without one breast, which I have heard before. You understand? Okay. Then that person would not come. But if you tell the person that, no, we will keep your breast for you, but we'll take the inside out and replace it with something, and then we'll make the other breast so nice. This is the bill. She may say, okay, I can't afford this one now, but we can start the process so that later on I can do the other part when I've raised the money. Yeah. But it gives her hope that she's going to look normal. Good. The other question I have on that particular area is, it seems some people are prepared, it is more important for them to look good than for them to live. Because they would rather die than lose their breast. I don't understand that one. Of what use is the breast when you are dead?
No, nothing.
So why are they thinking that no, she can't live with one breast, so she will stay and die?
It all boils down to the counseling. It all boils down to the counseling, because my colleague is now living a healthy, normal life. If she hadn't gone through it, she wouldn't have survived it. So sharing success stories with these clients would help. Sharing success story goes a long way, because she can live without one breast and go on with a normal, healthy life.
And you can live with after the surgery, we can give you a second breast so that you also go.
You can also go on.
So you get two breasts then.
Yeah.
I can tell you're very passionate about the two.
I think that makes the one who is afraid of losing her breast as her major concern. It removes that problem. You are worried about the fact that you lose your breast, you walk with one breast, how you dress, how your husband look at you, all those things. Like, no, we can fix it. We can keep the breast, we can take out the 40 part, we can keep the breast for you, we can reconstruct the breast. And if your husband looks at you, he still sees the two breasts. If, as some doctor tried to make me understand, it is your identity.
Yeah.
Your breast is your identity. You've grown up with it, it's always been with you. And losing it makes you feel a bit some way. How about if we take away the problem and leave the breast for you?
That's okay. The problem is out, so life goes on.
And she'll survive, and she'll be fine and happy.
Yes.
And the rest of us will be jealous that her breasts are standing.
I know,
and
right?
ours are sagging. So that is. Have you noticed the influence of like family members in the decision-making process?
Yes, it plays a very big role. It plays a very big role, because let's say if it's a husband and a wife, if the husband, in some homes, not every home, if the husband doesn't give a consent, wives don't even go to the facilities to do these screenings. It plays a very big role. Even referrals, there are cases where there are referrals and the lady will tell you, no, my husband said no, I should go home with him. Take my time.
Your husband says what?
She should go home with him. She's not ready to go seek help without the consent of the spouse.
But is the spouse willing to come and talk to you?
No. So there are cases where it is the male who make decisions for the wife and the children.
No. So the male is the one who we must counsel.
Yes.
So how do we counsel that male?
So after counseling, he decides when to come and seek for whatever.
No, but do we get to counsel the male?
Yes.
Okay.
There are cases you get to counsel the male. Where you meet the female alone, you have to wait for the partner to come in for you to counsel and then progress with whatever interventions you have in mind. And just like my colleague's own, she had the support system of the mother and the father, including, let's say, her peers. We are now her friends now. So the family system really interlaces when it comes to health.
So in education, we should spread it wider, because those people are maybe the ones who actually decide, not the
patients.
Not the patients.
Exactly.
Because most of the time you talk to patients and they even want to be given some time to go and think about things. And they're thinking about it, they're not going to think about things on their own. They'll either talk to a spouse, a mother, a sibling. So once they are educated enough through these outreaches, through these health education programs, then you can give them a good feedback, and then you are most likely to see them at the nearest possible time. But if the others are not counseled enough, then they go back to talk to them, and then they will rather discourage them and prevent them from coming. And then when things are bad, then now they will bring them. By then it's too late. So everybody needs to hear about this. Breast cancer is real. Early detection, early treatment, and there'll be cure for you.
I'm sad about these stories.
We can't do without the family system. Everybody
Yes.
plays a role. Some mothers would say, if my daughter says this, I'll do it, and she will do it. They don't look at the ages of their children. They will do it for the sake of their children. Some will do it for the sake of their spouse. So it's a family system.
But you find supportive spouses
Yes.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yes.
who say it doesn't matter, take off the breast,
Yes.
Oh.
And he will be by the wife from day one.
beginning to end.
Yeah.
Oh, see, they are good men, no?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm. Oh, yes, there are lots of good men.
Oh, this is. There's hope.
Yeah.
There's hope. But those who don't take advantage of the opportunity is what grieves me, because I don't understand. So the men who would say no, is it because they don't understand?
Some you can't just understand them. They would say no. They'll go and think about it. Some will come, meet you in person. You get the chance to sit and explain vividly, and they'll come back and cooperate with you. Others too, you have to get all the patience you have. But unfortunately, the disease process will be progressive.
It doesn't have that patience.
Yes. So when it gets, it's about counseling and then follow-up visits.
So if any man says, if the woman is having challenges because of a husband in particular, then we can invest time and energy on that husband
Yes.
as much as we can. If it's every day, to
Yes.
get him to give the necessary support for this
Yes.
thing to be done.
But I think we need to also empower the women, because like she said, even when you are giving him the time to think, the breast cancer is still progressing. And so at one point, the woman should be empowered enough to be able to take that decision to do things on her own. Because at the end of the day, by the time he changes his mind and brings you, then you are rather going to shorten your life expectancy, and then you're going to die if it's not done early. So sometimes we need to empower these women to be able to make certain decisions on their own.
That one is doable. It comes at a price.
I know.
And the
then
price
they are
may be
ending-
the price may be higher than
But is there anything that is higher than life?
if it affects your third and fourth generation. It is higher than
It's higher than life.
if all your children are going to suffer because of that decision.
Isn't-
Sometimes you really have to find a way to. Look, once we can get everybody on board,
Yeah.
it becomes a whole lot easier. And we need to find better ways of communicating this problem, even before to men. Let's put it this way. If we spend more energy communicating about the problem to men and the actions that needed to be taken and address their concerns even before the event occurs, in the event that it occurs, it will be easier. Yes?
Yes.
That's
So
true.
please, 2026, your
We are
target is
doing
men.
it. Yes.
Not women.
Your target 2026
More men.
is men.
Yes,
More
please.
men.
Because he is your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Even the woman doesn't want to, even the woman's mother is stopping him, he will go and grab her and bring her.
Yes.
So your target is men. We've solved the problem. 2026 is men.
Ah.
We shall deal with the men.
Yeah.
Because he's a husband or he's a father.
Mhm.
And if he understands, problem solved.
Yeah.
Abi?
Mhm.
Thor. Thank you very much. It's been a most enlightening experience. I'm going to steal like 2 minutes to ask you final words. Madam Ness Graham.
Health is wealth, and it's a personal experience nobody can bear with you. So let's value our health. Seek medical outreaches, seek consents, seek all the support we get, and then work on ourselves, work on our health. No one can take your health from you. It's your personal thing. That's your world.
Stay healthy.
Stay strong.
Prevent disease.
That's
Stay strong.
that's
Dr. Ashon.
Yes, please. So my final words, like the breast cancer awareness slogan, early detection saves a life. And so that's the whole purpose. We need to pick it up early, and then you are going to survive. Pick it up early through screening, through the self-breast examination, the clinical breast examination, the mammograms, and then when any treatment recommendation is given to you, we adhere to it. Thank you.
I'm just
Just
finishing
finishing
my self-breast examination. I've done mine. There's no lump. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very grateful for your time joining us this afternoon. We've had a lovely occasion with Dr. Ashong and Nurse Graham. It's been enlightening. Nurse Graham is going back with vim and vigor. She has a 2026 target. She has to convince the nation, the whole country.
Yes.
You are going to convince your in charges at Ministry of Health that tomorrow, next year, men.
Yes.
We are doing men. Because when we solve the men problem, everything will be solved. And you see, Zed Wellness Link, it makes an impact too. It makes changes for the better.
Yes.
God willing, we shall be. We'll see you guys again next week, where we shall have another discussion still on breast cancer. We have a special day that day, so we'll be talking to some very interesting people who have had personal experiences. So please join us next week. Thank you very much for your time and attention. My name is Dr. Padiaite. Have a lovely week and take care of yourself. And please examine your breast today. Bye bye. Our last song would be by Perez Music, and it's called By Prayer. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.
Zed 101.9 FM.